You know where you are?
This is Nollywoodpicturestv.
Calm down and think of a way forward.
Yes, Your Highness. That's more the reason why we are here. You know, this great kingdom is brought down on her knees. And we can't all sit and pretend as if all is well.
Chief, I agree with you. The kingdom is down on her knees and we have to do something. But the question begging for an answer is, what do we do?
Your Highness, I must stand on my feet. I am convinced that decisive situation needs decisive action. All we have to do is to call the chief priest and give him some money to appease the gods. Because the gods are angry with us. And that is why nothing is working.
Chief, I'm afraid I disagree with you. The gods cannot be angry with us because we have not done anything to provoke the anger of the gods.
Your Highness, what then do we do? What do we do?
Our children are coming back in hordes from all over the country,
Telling of the same experience of downfall in their business. Go round the kingdom, Your Highness, and verify what I'm going to tell you now. In the past 6 months, not even one girl has been married in this kingdom. Not one. Your Highness, farmers and traders are complaining of the same thing. Bad business, downfall in productivity. The truth, Your Highness, if it must be told, is that calamity has been unleashed on this kingdom.
and therefore I think we have to ask the chief priest to do what he has to do. Simple.
Your Majesty, I have cola.
Ukadike, I am not here for cola.
What is going on? You refuse to go into the shrine with me and you are refusing to eat cola in my house. To what do I owe this visit, Your Majesty?
It's been established that without you, my husband is useless in this kingdom.
Are you telling me you came all the way from the palace just to educate me on my status as the seer of this kingdom?
Not really. I was in a dream. I saw you in that dream. You were trying to reach out to me to do you a favor. But the unfortunate thing was that I wasn't able to give you that favor before I woke up. So I am here now to ask you what your problem is. What can I do to help you?
The only problem I now have borders on a woman. I am very surprised that a woman has emerged before me expressing willingness to solve this problem. I am surprised.
I am not just a woman. I am not an ordinary woman. I am the queen of this land. I am here in that capacity. So, what would you like the queen to do for you?
I have a woman of Umo Banzam that I want to marry. I have finalized every single negotiation concerning that marriage. As we speak now, men of Umo Banzam are waiting for me to come forward. I have not managed to go to Nzam because I don't have money. Let me say it mildly, Your Majesty. Money is my problem.
Money? Money, money, money. How much are we talking about here?
To marry a woman of Umo Banzam, if I must tell you, is the cheapest around here. Men of Umo Banzam are not greedy, they don't demand so much money. If I have 20,000 naira with me, I will proceed to Umo Banzam. And that very beautiful woman will be living in my house with me as my wife.
I will give you 100,000 naira. So you proceed with your marriage right. But then you will have to make me a promise.
Your Majesty, 100,000 naira is enough to extract more than one promise from me. What do you want me to promise you?
Very soon, men of this land will come asking questions. I want you to tell them that you see nothing.
Your Majesty, I can see. I am seeing the bed upon which this calamity was fermented. I see it clearly. But money answereth all things. If I have the money you promised, consider my lips sealed.
Thank you.
Well.
You see nothing.
I see nothing.
Chief Madam, I'm sorry for what I'm going to tell you. I have a feeling that the king has a hand in the problems in this land.
Don't you think it is a weighty statement?
Well,
It is wrong to accuse the king, you know.
you may think of it anyhow or call it what you like. If he has no hand in it, he should have risen like a king and find solutions to the problems.
Okay. The king is only the head of the council.
And so,
He is not like a headmaster in a village school,
I agree.
trying to flog little children to conform. All of us are members of the council, so we must get involved to find a solution to the problem.
Very good. I think I like your suggestion now. And that is why we have to articulate what we are going to tell the king here and now.
A maiden who bears the cup of the king must be humble, chaste, and obedient at all times.
You're very, very correct. But what has that got to do with what we are talking about?
A maiden who lost her virginity once bore the cup of the king.
That's very serious. Who told you that kind of thing?
I am telling you what I saw with my two very naked eyes. I once saw her standing loose, with strange men in an ungodly hour in the bush. I reported to the king, and the letter confirmed that she compromised her body.
That's sacrilege. A defiled maiden should never, ever bear the cup of the king. Never. She should be banished.
Okay. You are the son of your father. That sacrilege happened in this very kingdom. And nobody punished her. I reported to the king. Rather than banish her, they sacked her. And I want to tell you, without fear of equivocation, that is the bane of the problem we have been having in this community.
Of course it is. Hey, Chief Man.
She shouted in a loud voice. Some few neighbors ran in. She showed them the dead goats. They showed concern and they consoled her. Then, on getting to their houses, they noticed that same night, their goats, their fowls, even their tolo died that same night.
You mean that? That is strange. But how do we reconcile all these evils?
My brother, I must tell you the truth. There is an evil wind that's blowing across this land. And this evil wind, if care is not taken, it will destroy our kingdom. Because our elders, they don't ask questions at all. They don't!
May you live long, Your Majesty.
Where is the head guard?
We don't know his exact location, but he should be somewhere in the palace.
Look for him. Tell him I'm back. He should bring what I asked him to get for me.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I will give you 100,000 naira. So you proceed with your marriage rite.
This is magical. It's very magical. The gap between the gift and the request is too close for comfort. It's too close for comfort.
Are you not confusing me? What is the gift? And what request are you talking about?
Is she okay? Are you here in your individual capacity as Ishi Okeke, or were you sent by some people?
I'm sure you are not a stranger in this kingdom.
I am the seer.
And you are the seer, of course. You can be a stranger. You see, many things have turned upside down. And people are asking questions.
You have not managed to answer my question with that rubbish you just said, Ishi Okeke. Too many people are always asking too many questions. And Okadike, the seer of this land, cannot continue to answer useless, baseless questions.
Okadike. All right. I am here making a serious inquiry It all concerns our kingdom, the place we hold dear. Yes.
Are you here on your own, or were you sent by some people?
I'm here on my own.
If you are here on your own, that is the end of this meeting.
Huh?
I am not going to speak to an individual. I must speak to all. To all.
I met one of the guards and he said you were looking for me, that I should bring the thing that you asked me to buy for you, but I don't remember you asking me to get anything.
When we are out to keep secrets or talk in strange words and strange languages, I just used that to confuse the guard because I wanted you here. And now you're here, I'm happy.
Okay, so I can go now.
Not so fast. What is it with the attitude? Oh, is it because of that rubbish the elders were talking about? Oh, please. Ignore them. Alright. If you reassure me of your love for me, I will let you go.
We can't continue to do this. We just can't. I mean, this palace would have been a beautiful place to live. If only you showed the king the same affection you show me. Why are you doing this?
Because I do not love your so-called king. I would have been long gone from this palace if I hadn't met someone like you. Look, you are the only reason why I am still here.
So why did you marry the king if you don't love him?
Like you don't know that I'm never going to be able to mother the future king?
Yes, I do. I know that the late queen had 3 sons. And one of them will surely succeed him as king. What is your point?
I am not trusted. That is why the king sent them overseas. If I have any child in this palace, it's just going to amount to nothing. And of course, that's the last thing I wish to do. It is you I want to reproduce for.
God forbid. Why would we want to do something like that? I mean, even if you did get pregnant and had a child from me, I can't claim it. Because you're married to the king.
But at least in our hearts, we would both know that the child belongs to us. Can't you see it?
Helen, we can't continue like this. Just consider that whatever we have shared was a mistake. Leave me alone and concentrate on your husband, please.
Mr. Ose, the problem in this land has been traced to your daughter. First, she was no longer a virgin when she bore the cup of the king. Are you aware? It was an abomination, a clear abomination. And that abomination has not been cleansed from the land. And that is the root of the calamity we have been experiencing in this land.
Have you finished?
What type of nonsense question is that? I am telling you something and you're asking me if I have finished. Are you not ashamed, Mr. Ose, that your daughter's misbehavior has caused this kingdom a lot of calamity?
Now listen and listen good. That I'm a quiet man does not mean that I'm not as dangerous as other men when provoked. Your nonsense throne fired my daughter for nothing. And those of you that parade yourself as the members of the ruling class has to go and trace the roots of the problem in the land. It has nothing and absolutely nothing to do with my daughter.
And now who told you that your daughter was fired for nothing?
The allegation against her was that she lost her virginity and was still bearing the cup of the king.
Mr. Ose, it was not an allegation. They confirmed it.
Who? Who confirmed it?
You're asking me who? Was it not your daughter that I saw in the night meandering with men in the bush? Is it not your daughter?
You accused my daughter of losing her virginity and fired her from the palace. Gladys, my daughter, has finally married, and her husband has returned to me with the members of his family to thank me for giving him a virgin.
Virgin?
Now tell me, Chief Madu, can a man bring a goat to offer to Akwalu if his wife was not a virgin?
Do you mean the man actually offered goat to Akwali?
Chief Madu, look at me very, very well. Do I look like an imbecile that speaks and saliva coming out of his mouth? The man found his wife a virgin and made a goat sacrifice to Akwali. That was the same woman that was accused losing her virginity and was fired unjustly from the palace. Your counsel has to go and trace the roots of the problem. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with my daughter.
When are we going to stop? Well, this is so wrong, and I'm not happy.
You have the queen at your beck and call. That should be your concern.
Don't you understand? Don't you just get it? The whole land is going to descend on me. When they see that I am sleeping with you, they're going to see me as an evil god. It's all an abomination. Yes, we've already done it. But we can correct it by stopping now.
Why are you always talking about being caught? You can't be caught because you play right inside my bedroom. I'm going to change your life for good. I just want you to have it at the back of your head that we were made for each other.
It has been long since a man of Iboko Kingdom visited me. And I'm not comfortable with this visit of yours. Because men of your land don't always come with good tidings.
Amobi.
Ichi.
I am here in my capacity as the traditional prime minister of Iboko land. I come to make inquiries. I know you to be a man of wisdoms and tradition. And I realize you know the implication of my visit.
Ichi, I'm all ears.
In our land, Iboko, things are no longer at ease. We have come to the conclusion that the gods must have risen against us. That problem was traceable to the woman your younger brother married from our land.
I don't understand, Ichi. How would my brother's wife be the origin of the crisis in the Iboko Kingdom?
I was just coming from your in-law, Hussein. And they confirmed to me that your brother made good sacrifice to Akwali.
Is that what you regard as the origin of your crisis? I was the one who asked my brother to take the goat to his in-law. And that is when he entered the woman and he realized that she was a virgin. Sacrifice meant to Akwali, the great god of fertility, cannot be the genesis of your crisis.
Amobi.
Ichi.
Can your brother swear before the graves of your ancestors that Gladys was a virgin that very night he entered her?
Ichi, I don't know why you suggest that my brother will swear. What I can tell you is that my brother married a virgin from Iboko Kingdom. And we made Thanksgiving sacrifice. I suggest that you make more effort to find the very cause of your problems. Don't trace it to us.
It's a good idea.
How did you come to the conclusion that Gladys was no longer a virgin?
I don't understand the question.
You used your power as the head of the palace guards in firing her after realizing she was no longer a virgin and was still bearing the royal cup.
Well, yes, that's correct.
All right, I now want to know the yardstick within which you used in your discovery. Did you enter her, or were you relying on what people said?
Well, Chief, there is a saying in this kingdom that silence is acceptance. I asked her over and over again if she was still a virgin, and she refused to talk. She wouldn't speak. So I concluded that she's no longer a virgin.
And I put it to you that that bad judgment of yours is the cause of all the problems we have in this kingdom.
Chief, please wait. What do you mean by bad judgment?
You fired her unjustly, and she left this palace a virgin.
Sorry, Chief Madu, please, how do you know?
As soon as she left this palace, she got married. And her husband discovered she is still a virgin. They have offered good sacrifice to Akwale, the god of fertility. Akwale is now against us. Oh well, we'll still solve that problem. But I'm holding you responsible.
Can you look me in the eye and tell me that you have been doing your work as chief of palace guards?
Yes, Your Majesty. As head of the guards of this palace, I've been doing my duties.
I have reason to believe that the queen is practicing lesbianism with a maiden, or all of them.
Your Majesty, that's not possible.
That is why I have sent for you. You are the only one I can trust. I want to set up the machinery in motion. I wanted to find out if any of the maidens have been going into the queen's room and staying there.
Yes, Your Majesty, I will find out. But, Your Majesty, is there a reason why you think the queen is practicing such an abominable act?
My son. When a woman is not ready for her husband, then she must be getting satisfaction from somewhere else. Now I know that none of the guards will have the spine to approach her. But the maidens. Oh yeah.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So I want you to find out exactly what is happening so that I can do what I want to do.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will find out, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yes. Find out.
must you always gaze? Does it mean you don't know why I'm here?
Why are elders of Iboko coming to me one after the other? I already said it clearly. That I am not going to speak to an individual.
Okay. I hope you are not planning to dismiss me without saying a word. I am here in my capacity as the traditional Prime Minister of Iboko land, and I order you to speak.
Order? What do you want to hear?
There was this girl named Gladys. She is the daughter of Ose of our Nkwele village. She was sacked from the palace when it was discovered she lost her virginity. So I am here to find out from you if she was actually a virgin before she was sacked.
The last time she bore the cup of the king, she was a virgin.
Yeah! Okadike, must you always confuse people who come to you as a seer? That the girl was sacked from the palace because she lost her virginity. I come to you to find out if the sack was valid or not.
There is only one reason why you are running from pillar to post, Chifumadu, asking questions on virginity and sack. And that is because you are the traditional Prime Minister of this kingdom and you are concerned with the crisis and the confusion we now face in this land. What I am telling you as you are looking at me, Chifumadu, is that I see clearly the bed upon which this abomination was perfected. I am talking of this abomination, this very abomination that is holding this kingdom down now. I see the bed upon which it was perfected. And this bed, well-crafted bed, is fixed inside a beautiful house.
Are you telling me that she lost her virginity on a very good bed?
Chifumadu, we do not have anything to do with virginity. Nothing at all. The girl you mentioned, the maiden, the so-called Gladys, is now married to a man of another land. And this new day that breaks, she comes up with wonderful qualities that make her neighbors humble and somewhat jealous. The problem we have in this kingdom is within. And men of the ruling class, your humble self inclusive, must rise up and deal with strange bedfellows.
Strange bedfellows. What does that mean?
Chifumadu, I am not going to speak anything further on this very subject. But as we leave this very shrine today, I want you to live with this word. The sickness that ultimately killed the elephant started from the stomach. Started from the stomach.
My dear, you are the queen of this kingdom, and you cannot say that you are not part of the politics of this kingdom, which is why I called you to know what you think about all these problems we're having?
Well, Ukadike is the only seer we have in this kingdom.
Yeah.
So I think the way forward is to call him, if possible, invite him over to tell us what he sees.
Your Highness, Your Majesty.
The Queen has just made a suggestion, and I think we should consider it. You should get Ukadike to come and tell us what is going on.
Your Highness, I am just coming from Ukadike. Yes, Ukadike said the virgin is not our problem.
Really?
In fact, I now know that Akwali is not our problem. Yes, Ukadike said that the problem that is ravaging this kingdom was perfected on a very good bed. Yes, and that bed was positioned in a good house. He said that the problem is within, and those of us in the ruling class must deal with strange bedfellows.
Oh, really? He said that? Wait, what exactly does he mean by strange bedfellows?
Exactly.
In fact, Okadike did not explain further. He said that what killed an elephant started from the stomach.
What killed an elephant started from the stomach? You must call Okadike to come and explain what he means.
Men of ruling class must deal with strange bedfellows.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's rather strange, right? Rubbish you said about strange bedfellows.
What I said, Your Majesty, was only a glimmer of the problem. I didn't mention the problem in specifics. And it remains impossible for men to understand me when I refuse to speak in black and white.
Do you want more money?
Your Majesty, I am a seer domiciled in Iboko Kingdom. I don't have any other business. My only business is to look men into their faces and tell them what they do not see. I wouldn't know the reason why Her Majesty is asking me if I need more money, because I expect you to know that I always need money.
Then I will give you money. Henceforth, I do not want you to speak any further to anyone about this. Even the trash you called a glimmer of the problem was enough to get me jumpy. Just don't let it happen again.
But wait a minute. Are you telling me that they understood what I said?
When you said something happened on a good bed, in a good house, what were you expecting? Of course they could read through the lines. I just want you to keep short. Am I understood?
When I have the money, then you can consider yourself understood. Money.
If you think the gods have not written against us, then let us get another seer to come before our king. You see, as I'm talking to you right now, there is no livestock anywhere in Iboko Kingdom. None! An evil wind has blown them away.
I have gone to Okadike, and the man is talking something relatively unclear to me.
I'm not talking about Okadike. I went to him, he refused to speak to me. Let us get another seer. The kingdom is gradually being destroyed, and we cannot sit and fold our arms. No!
Do you think it is right to get another seer to stand before our king?
Chief Mado, a seer is a seer, no matter where he comes from. You see, Okadike is holding the entire kingdom to ransom. He sees himself as our only hope. I believe in surprise attack. Let us surprise him.
Okay. Incidentally, both of us cannot sit here and take decision on this matter. The king is the ultimate decision taker. We cannot go contrary to his decision. Okadike is still our seer. We must compel him to do his job.
I agree. But what I'm saying is simple. If he refuses to do his work, let us invite another seer. That's all I'm saying.
The king is suspecting you of practicing lesbianism.
No, wait. You're not serious.
I'm telling you what is happening. He invited me to his throne and ordered that I investigate and find out who the very maiden is.
Oh, no, now this man is the biggest clown of the year. Okay, what does he think I am? Some classless lady who would stoop so low to sleep with a maid?
You know what? You are the one causing all this problem.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Your constant refusal of allowing the king to touch you. And now he's beginning to suspect everyone. He has a reason to believe that you're getting your sexual satisfaction from somewhere else. Funny thing, he's not suspecting any of the gods, but the maidens.
So, what are you going to tell him?
I'm not telling him anything. I just want you to go to his room and give him what he wants. Period.
That's not possible. That man is old. Besides, I am not interested in whatever he has to offer.
Now you listen to me, Helen. This is not right. He's your husband and he is the king. If you continue doing this, he will trace your source of sexual satisfaction. And I don't want any troubles.
Listen, you are not going to be in any trouble. Forget Ugene and his antics. What? You think I married him for sex? Hell no. Of course I knew that he would definitely have nothing to offer any woman in bed. I married him for his wealth. And now, I am in charge of everything. You see, I always knew I was going to get you into my bed. And now that I have you where I always wanted, I'm happy. That's all that matters.
Listen, I'm about to do something that I don't want to do. But I have to. I'm giving you an ultimatum. To go to the king's room and give him what he wants. I'm never going to come to this room again to have anything to do with you. So leave this minute.
Okay, now, is this a threat or something?
Whatever.
You know, the only good thing about this your empty threats is that you no longer address me as the queen. You now address me as your woman that you can push around the way you like, talk to the way you like, and for some very funny reasons, I like it. I will do what you've asked me to do. It's definitely going to be for the last time. I'm doing this because of your threat. Nothing compares to you. I'll see you in the morning, my love. Sleep tight.
Ma, this one you sent for me this early. I hope there's no problem.
Yes, I actually sent for you because I believe you know everything that happens in the palace.
To an extent, yes. Not in all cases.
Onyinye, I was in a dream where we all gathered for Ferdinand's wedding. It was a big occasion. Then the time came when he was asked to uncover his bride. Then he opened the veil and the whole crowd was shocked.
Why?
His bride turned out to be Her Majesty, the Queen of Iboko Kingdom. I woke up. It was a dream.
Dream? That is a bad dream. A man getting close to the queen while the king is still alive. That is not good at all.
I wonder. But to the best of your knowledge, is he any close to Her Majesty?
Well, I cannot say yes or no. I'm persuaded to know that Ferdinand will not make the mistake of getting close to the queen while the king is still alive. He of all people should know that. Moreover, he's a dedicated guard. He won't try it.
Onyinye, we have to be very sure. Because the way people reacted when they discovered he was getting married to Her Majesty was spontaneous. They were even rushing to mob him, and I woke up.
It remains a taboo in this land for any man born of a woman to get close to the queen while the king is alive. Ferdinand of all people, for that matter, cannot do that.
You told Chief Mother that the sickness that ultimately killed the elephant was from the stomach. Now, could you please tell us the meaning of that statement?
Your Majesty, this thing must never be allowed to be reported outside this kingdom. That men of the ruling class of Iboko land do not understand simple proverbs anymore.
Eh? Ukadike, we are no longer talking about proverbs. We want you to do your work as the seer in this kingdom. Look, calamities, poverty, sickness have engulfed the entire kingdom. Everything is at a standstill. And that's why we are asking you to tell us the way forward.
Your Majesty, I can tell you that what we face in this kingdom has nothing whatsoever to do with the gods, traditions, customs, whatever. global economy is facing a recession. And that is what we face in this land. I don't even know where we're complaining.
Chai! Okadike, you are a pathological liar. Were you not the one who told me that the problem is within and that men of ruling class must deal with strange bedfellows? I don't know why you are now talking about recession and the economy and everything.
When I spoke to Shifumadu in my shrine, I spoke as Okadike, a man of Iboko Kingdom. But now that I found myself under the intimidating presence of His Majesty, King Ogene of Iboko land, I am speaking as the seer of this kingdom. And I want to believe strongly, Your Majesty, that the men of the ruling class would be able to understand the difference between the two scenarios.
When you spoke to Chief Madu, what you told him sounded like what a seer would say. But what you are saying here sounds like what any ordinary man would say. Therefore, I must insist that you speak. And we would like you to tell us the meaning of strange bedfellows.
Your Majesty, I am seeing things, but they are not clear at all. The only thing that I can see clearly, Your Majesty, is that global economy is bad. Not only in this kingdom, it's everywhere. Every economy is very bad. Your Majesty, you can even look. You will see all the economy looking very stupid and miserable. It's very clear. I don't know if you can just look small.
Your Highness, what a seer. He's so unbelievable.
Oye, what is your problem? Why would you base your conclusion on a dream? A mere dream that anybody can dream.
Why are you saying I concluded? If I've concluded, so what am I doing here? Why am I asking you this? I'm only here to verify because I'm concerned. But let me ask you, do you have anything to do with the queen?
Why would you ask me that question? Why would you ask me that stupid question? Huh? Am I not from this kingdom? Don't I know the laws of this kingdom? Don't I? Why in the world would I have anything to do with the queen? Watch yourself.
So you're saying what she had was just a mere dream, no foundation?
Exactly. No meaning.
Is that not Ukadike, the seer?
So?
What's he doing in the palace?
What is wrong with the seer coming into the palace to see the king? Is there something wrong with it? Huh? Look, find something profitable to do and stop all this suspicion you're doing here.
I'm not suspecting, but he's in the palace.
Watch yourself.
In the palace.
I stand on my feet before this council because I am persuaded in my heart that this council is about to make a terrible, terrible mistake. I am the queen of this land, and I will not, cannot allow this council to make a mistake that could have easily been avoided.
I'm sorry to cut you short, Your Majesty, the Queen. You need to be told that we don't have all the time in the world to discuss this. So,
What mistakes are you trying to avoid?
Thank you. Okadike is a seer of this land. He is been the one guiding this council, and it is never, ever in the history of this great kingdom be reported that he's been incompetent. So why would this council walk him out? And why are we looking for another seer?
Good. Your Majesty, King Ogene of Iboko land, I greet you. Kindly tell the Queen that women have no place in this council.
Okay. Well, I allowed her into these hollow chambers because of the crisis that has befallen the kingdom. And we need every suggestion, every idea we can muster or get.
And I insist that the only solution to the problem is for us to travel to Ogbe to call their seer. That is all.
Okay. Why Ogbe? What is your interest? Are there no other seers you could call?
We are faced with a decisive problem. And that problem has to be solved with a decisive action. Okadike is entirely out of it. Entirely. And any other seers that have had something to do with him. We must travel to Okwe immediately. And that now.
Bam!
My dear, why are you angry? The kingdom is already in crisis. I mean, the last thing we need is another crisis within the palace.
You sat there. You watched. You listened to Okike insult me. And what did you do? Nothing. I want you to explain that to me.
Oh, my dear. You sound as if you don't know Ichie Okeke. He's a radical. He has taken after his father. He doesn't take no for an answer.
Ochi, that is what we must force him to take this time. For Christ's sake, he's nothing but a busybody. How would you allow him to hijack the council?
Ah, my dear. No, I disagree with you there. He has not hijacked the council, and he can never hijack the council. He was only speaking his mind.
Speaking his mind. And so what happened at the end? The elders were forced to accept the stupid thing that came out of his mouth in the name of speaking his mind. My husband, there's something I want you to understand. We have a seer, and that is Okadike. And he remains our seer.
My dear, what you are asking is nigh impossible. As we're talking now, elders of our land are on their way to Okwe to fetch the seer.
Stop them! Call them! Send the guards! Or better still, just call them on their telephone numbers. We cannot do that. I mean, we should learn to appreciate what we have.
This is going to be tough.
You are the king of Iboko Kingdom. You can't be ordered around by a mere riffraff like Okeke. We have a seer, and he remains our seer. My darling husband, you can do it.
All right.
I trust you.
I shall be back.
It's the best thing, trust me.
I shall be back.
I'm working in this palace because I like what I'm doing. And I can assure you, I don't have time for all those kind of rubbish.
Excuse me. Hello?
I want you to leave whatever you're doing and come to my room immediately.
This time of the day? Why do you want me to come?
The elders just pissed me off. So I want you to come and massage my back, my ribs, my neck, everywhere. You know how you do it, don't you?
Helen? I'm sorry, I'm not coming. I'm not comfortable with this, please. Besides, somebody just told me about a dream and I don't like it. It's a difficult one, please.
I want us to talk about that dream. Come now. Don't give me any more excuses. The Queen has spoken.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Come back.
Ezemo. I must confess, this visit is indeed a surprise.
The only woman in this kingdom that can force you to counter the decision of the ruling class was your late wife. This is because she bore the future king. A woman that has not considered it necessary to have a child for the king cannot force you to counter the valid decision of the council.
Ezemo, please wait. Are you saying that the elders of our land who are on their way to Okwe should be allowed to continue?
The seer we know is telling us all that we know. We need a seer that we don't know who should tell us exactly what we don't know. Okay?
You know, there's this check the presidency gave to my husband. It clears on Tuesday. I'm going to give you 10 million naira. You're still going to be a guard anyway. But I want you to start up a business with it.
Are you trying to trick me into something?
Why would I want to do that? You've become the man I've always wanted. I'm willing to do anything and everything to make you happy.
Who is that?
The king. Are you all right, my dear?
Oh yes, of course. You're perfect. Are you all right?
Yes.
Thank you. Are you sure you're fine?
Yes, my dear. Actually, I came here to tell you something. But I shall go and come back.
Did you get to call them back from Ukbe or?
I shall tell you when I get back.
Okay, please do that. Okay, I'll meet you downstairs.
I'll come.
Look, just come out.
There is seer in the great Iboko kingdom. That seer is looking at me, and his presence is affecting me.
Huh? Your welcome has expired. You are disturbing us. Go back to your house. Yes, go. Yes, go.
Your Honor, I agreed. No! I refuse to let him go. He will not go. The Ezemo of Iboko is here present. And he is here with his staff of office. Let the seer of Iboko swear an oath that what he said was what he saw. I cannot say anything further until he has sworn to validify his prophecy.
Standing before His Majesty, King Ogene of Iboko Kingdom, I swear that what I said is what I saw.
Men are nothing without the gods. That is an evil corpse that must be thrown into the evil forest. He will never be mourned. Stretch out your hands. hands. Your hands. Your hands. Step out here. Step out here. Step out. There are two evildoers. That is number one. Are you number two evildoer?
Do not insult me. I am the queen of this land.
Now, are you the second evildoer?
I
Speak!
am not an evildoer, you wretched seer of Uche. You cannot intimidate me.
Okay. There is only one way to confirm that you are not an evildoer. Give me your hands.
Bring out your hands.
Abomination! Strange bedfellows. Strange bedfellows.
What do you mean by strange bedfellows?
The nakedness of the queen of the Boku kingdom is sacred. Progress and prosperity flow from her body. This woman has no regard for your cultures. Countless number of times, these bedfellows have defiled themselves on the good bed, fixed in the good house.
Hello? Hey! Abomination!
This kingdom shall know no peace unless both of them are banished. They are evil. They must leave Iboku, the land of peace.
Your Majesty, say something, Your Highness. Say something. Say something.
Helen. Oh, Helen. Ferdinand. It is my judgment that both of you shall be banished from this land for life. Your names and that of your families shall be forgotten in this land. You remain our enemy. And so you must leave our land today. I have spoken, and so shall it be. Guards, take them away.
When things going well, you may never know whom to trust. But when things fall apart, secrets are revealed. Life's like a jungle of the wild. You may never know whom to trust. When things going well, you may never know whom to trust.
Father, I was caught in a web, and I did what I had to do. Now I'm wondering in the great beyond. I don't know what lies beyond the darkness.
King,